What's up, guys? Welcome to Slaughtered Unicorn Gaming. I'm your host, Jess. Today we will be doing a beginner's guide on Dead by Daylight. Maybe you guys have just bought the game and you're wondering where to start. So I'll go ahead and go over all of that. Now, when you first load into the game, you will see this menu. You have the tutorials here. You have the archives here, which is for like challenges and stuff that you can do. You have play as killer, or play as survivor, sorry. Play as killer. Custom games, where this is where if you need help, you can just learn and nothing counts here. And then you have the store where you can buy different skins and or excels and characters, stuff like that. Okay, so where I'm going to start is tutorials. I'm going to show you all the tutorials. Now, when you do these tutorials, you will get blood points. That way, when you do go to level up your first character, you can have some blood points to pick them up. So you have play as the survivor. This will teach you how to play as survivor. Just basics. Basic survivor movement, you know, how to take them off hooks, how to hide, stuff like that, basics. Same for killer, basics on how to play killer. And then now they had just added tutorials where you can play as bots, where you can play against bots, you know, as a survivor or as a killer. This actually, believe it or not, will help you learn the game. This is really good. I'm glad that they put this in the game finally. And then you have blood points. Just basically claim your rewards here. Now we'll move on to the archives. So you just have challenges. You can do these as a killer or a survivor. For example, the challenge I'm doing is cleanse 15 totems. Now I will show you what a totem is in a game once I am done explaining everything. And then you have another challenge for killer. The killer challenge that I'm doing is to either break 20 pallets, walls, or generators. So that's the archives. And you also get rewards in there. Like you can get different skins. If you buy the Rift Pass, you can get or excels, charms, different stuff. Now, for the best part of the game, survivors, in my opinion. Play as survivor. Now, I play as Nia, but I would not recommend starting with her, because she's more advanced. Beginners, I would not recommend you start there. I would recommend that a beginner would start either with one of four characters. Dwight. Each character comes with 3 teachable perks, okay? You can unlock teachable perks on other characters. So like if you know, level up Dwight to level 30 and then level up another character to level 30, you'll have Dwight's perk unlocked on that character and that other character's perk unlocked on Dwight. That's how it works. Now, Dwight has Bond, so within a certain amount of meters, within a 20-meter range, you can see the auras of survivors. If they're in your range, their auras will be yellow. Prove thyself. This is good for co-op, so if you're on a generator with somebody else, you get blood points, and the generator gets blood points. Also, the generator's speed is a little bit faster. Leader, this one is pretty much just a perk for yourself. It's like healing survivors and stuff like that. I don't use it. So that's Dwight. And then, this is who I would recommend leveling up first. Is Meg Thomas. She comes with 3 really good perks. She comes with Quick and Quiet, so if you fast vault into a locker or fast vault a window, you won't make any noise, and this is every 30 seconds. You'll be 100% quiet. Sprint Burst. If you start running, you'll break into a sprint of 150% for 3 seconds. Has a cooldown of 60 seconds. So when you're exhausted, this is an exhaustion perk. So if you use this, once you start running, your sprint burst is going to be gone pretty much. So you don't want to run with this unless you absolutely have to. Walk most of the time. Adrenaline. This only works at the end game. So at the end game, if you're injured, say you're in the dying state and you're on the ground, you can pick yourself up and then also get a sprint of 150% for 5 seconds at the end of the game. This comes in really clutch sometimes. I do not use this perk usually, but it does come in clutch sometimes. This absolutely is where I would start for a beginner, is Claudette. I mained her for a really long time when I was starting out, and she's really good. Always carry a med kit with her though, because she has 3 perks, healing perks. Empathy, which this is kind of like Bond, except the survivor has to be injured in order for you to see them. You'll see their auras if they're injured. It helps you, be able to heal them. Botany knowledge, so if you have your medkit, your medkit healing efficiency will be increased by 11%, which is really good. Self-care. This is a perk that everybody hates on a lot, but if you actually combine this in a build with botany knowledge, your self-care goes a little bit faster. Now, most people don't use this anymore because the boon totems have come into the game and people just use boon totems. But, this comes in really freaking clutch, actually, believe it or not. Like, if you don't have a boon totem and you don't have a med kit, this comes in clutch. She's a really good place to start. Also, Fang is really good to start, just for generator's sake, because if you don't know how to do generators yet and you're blowing skill checks, Technician is a good perk. The generator, if you blow it up, it will not make any noise, but it will, however, digress your progress by 5%. So that is the bad part about it. Lithe is a really good exhaustion perk. Unlike Sprint Burst, to use this, you have to vault a window or a pallet to get the Sprint Burst. So you can run all you want and it will not affect you. But you have to get your exhaustion back, you have to walk to get your exhaustions back. Alert. This is a really good perk for beginners. This perk, whenever a killer does a damaging action, like breaks a generator or breaks a pallet or kicks a wall, you'll know where he's at because you'll see his aura for 3 seconds. I think at level 3 it's 5, maybe. I want to say. But yeah, I don't have my alert on her to level 5 yet because I just started leveling her back up. Oh, also, when you prestige a character, you'll get a bloody piece of clothing. Don't prestige because you'll lose every perk that you have on that character. And your med kits, you'll lose everything and you have to start all over. So it's not worth prestiging for a cosmetic. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to jump into a match and show you guys a game. I'm going to do it with Mia because I have also gonna show you some perks that are really good that are from other characters. So the Boon Totem perks are from Michaela. You have Boon Circle of Healing, which when you're within the range of the Boon Totem, you don't have to have a medkit to heal. You can have self-care, but you have it at 99% self-care, so it's really freaking fast. So, and then you have Boon Shadow Step, which within this one, both your Boon Totems will be on the same totem. So when you're within the range of the totem, it's 24 meters. When you're within the range of the totem, you will, how, that actually got nerfed. Okay. When you're within the range of the totem, you'll leave no scratch marks. Your aura will not be revealed to the killer. If you combine this perk with the next perk that I'm going to use in this build, Iron Will, you make no noise when you're injured. So if you combine these two perks, you're pretty much invisible. And then the last perk we're going to use in this build is Borrowed Time. So this perk is really good for fucking killers that like to farm and survivors who like to try to farm killers or other survivors off the hook, because you can pretty much farm them, they get hit, and it's a safe unhook for them and for you. So yeah. And I'll show you, I do have a medkit on her. So what I'll do is we'll get into a game and I'll show you, oh right, offerings. Or hold on, there's one part that I didn't go over up here. So offerings, so you have offerings here, which you can put up different maps, you can put up blood points, etc., etc. So I'll go to Haddonfield. I'll go to Haddonfield and show you guys Haddonfield. And then this is your loadout. This is where you go for your like your med kits and stuff like that. You can put anything in here. Med kit, toolbox, flashlight, anything in here. Key. Don't take a key because the killer will chase you down and kill you. You can do, you know, different add-ons. I have crap add-ons, so I'm not going to use any of these add-ons. Except this add-on is good if you use your med kit on somebody else. You hit the action button and they pretty much get borrowed time. So that's the build. And then I'll show you the blood web. This is where the blood web is. This is where you level up your characters and put points into your characters. I am not putting any points into her to show you right now because I'm gonna use some scissors. So yeah, that's how you level them up. And then here, this is pretty much your closet. So you have different cosmetics here. You have different charms. It's pretty much just where you get your skins from out of your closet if you have any. Now, when you first level a character up, they will only come with the outfit that they come with. You have to buy everything. But you can buy them with Auric Cells, which is, you have to buy, if you don't have the Battle Pass, you can only get these with real money. You can also buy shards. Well, you can't buy shards, but you can get shards by leveling up your progress. And then, that's how you get, that's how you get your, you know, your cosmetics and stuff too. You can buy characters with it too, but you have to have a lot of shards to get cosmetics, so I usually get my cosmetics with cells. And then over here, this is your grade. This actually has changed. So I'm right now in bronze 2. So you start at ash 4, work your way down to ash 1, and then once you complete ash 1, you'll go down to bronze, and then start at bronze 4, go down to bronze 1, and then complete bronze 1, go to silver. All the way down until you get to iridescent. To do that, to do that you get pips, these little white things. So right now I need 2 more pips to get to to get to bronze 1. That's how that works. I'm going to go to the store because I'm going to show you guys the store. I'll show you where to buy everything. So here, this is just Dead by Daylight. This will tell you like stuff that's on sale, different skins and stuff like that. And then here is the different characters that you can buy. I have all of the current characters in the game for Survivor and Killer. So that's where you buy your characters. And then here's where you can buy Auric cells. They start at $4.99 for 500, $9.99 for 1100, $19.99 for 2,250, $34.99 for the 4,025, and then 50 for 6,000, and then for 12,000 is 99. Okay, so oh shoot, I forgot one more thing in there. Sorry about that. One more thing is the Shrine of Secrets. So each week this will reset. You can buy perks out of this. If you already have the perk unlocked, like so I have Technician unlocked, I could get the blood points for it, which is 150,000 blood points. I have No Mither unlocked, so I can get the blood points for that. However, the killer perks that are in here, I do not have unlocked. Dark Devotion, I don't have that unlocked, so I won't get any blood points for that, but I can buy it, and it will be unlocked for all of my killers. But I have Overwhelming Presence, so I can unlock this if I want, and it'll be unlocked on all killers. But for right now, I am just going to unlock Technician again, because I want the points for it. Now I'm going to jump into a game and I will show you what to do. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to change my build real quick. Just a little bit. I don't care to have both boon totems in this build. I'm just going to have the one boon totem because I'm going to use an aura reading build for you guys. Me personally, so I'm going to show you guys the perks that actually come with the game when you first buy it. So when you first buy it and you level up a character, you get their teachable perks, but you also get different perks on them too. You'll get Spine Chill, which comes with the game. This will light up if the killer's looking at you. So if this is lit up and it's just like light up and then stops and then light up and then it stops, don't move from your generator. Only move from your generator if this is consistently lighting up. Oh. Better Together. Well, it's not called Better Together anymore. They changed it. But this basically, so if I'm on a generator and you guys are not on a generator, the generator will be yellow and you'll know that I'm there. You'll know that's where to go to work to do co-op. It's a really good perk. small game. This is a good perk for totems, for finding totems. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead. What I'll do is I'll do an informational perk. Or no, information perk build, basically. And then we'll go ahead and do, where did it go? We'll go ahead and we'll put Spine Chill on just so I can show you guys Bard Time. And then I'll do the aura reading. I'll do Deja Vu. This will tell you where generators are. Okay. And then on our med kit, we'll go ahead and put our scissors on here. Okay. So, this is a really good place to start for Survivor, for a build for a Survivor. If you don't have Bard Time, you could always take that off and use something else, like, whatever you want to use, like your exhaustion perk, or any perks, you know, from your character. What you could always do, honestly, if you start with Meg, you could use all 3 of her perks, and then use, Spine Chill with it. Or you could use all 3 of her perks and use, you know, the generator reading, or the totem doing perk, whatever you want to do. So, but let's go ahead and get into the match. So we have a Dwight, we have a Meg, we have a Cheryl, and we have me. Now, when you are playing with solo randoms, it is very hard because you can't, when you're playing solo with randoms, you cannot talk to them or anything like that unless they're in your party. So I would recommend playing Survive with friends, with a full team, because you have no randoms and you can pretty much communicate better. Okay, we are on Haddonfield. Now, totems will be scattered. See how the aura reading is for the generators? Totems will be scattered on the map. Sometimes they're up on the porch. That one is not. Now the killer will have a heartbeat. You'll hear the heartbeat when you're in terror radius. This is a pallet you can drop while being chased. And this is the gen. So I'm going to get on the gen with this Cheryl. That's a skill check. You want to hit that. You hit L1 to hit that. Hold down R1 to repair, and then when the skill check pops up, hit L1 on the skill check. I want to try to hit it on the little white part, but that's a great skill check. But if you don't, it's okay. But I hardly ever do. So that's one generator done. Now let's do a totem. See how my noise just went off? Oh, killer's coming. It's a trickster. Okay, what the fuck? Apparently, he can do Goliath. He's on me. For some reason I'm getting stuck, so I'll just take a hit. And you can throw down a pallet. Now with him, I don't recommend it. We're gonna go over here. We're out of terror radius, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna heal up with our med kit. You'll get skill checks on the med kit too. To do that, you do R2 and then hit the skill check. I'm in terror radius. Okay, now we'll just go down here. Usually in the House of Pain, this is the House of Pain, there will most of the time be a totem. Yep, there's one in here. I think this trickster is farming because he didn't commit to anything. Whoops, now that will happen sometimes. You'll blow up a generator, so... And he gets a notification when you blow it up. Our spine shell's not going off, which means he's not looking at us. It's going off consistently. So it's coming. Hopefully he doesn't see it. He can grab you out of a locker. Now, if he puts me to a hook, I'm not really worried about it, because somebody will come and rescue me, hopefully. But, yeah. If I would have went into the other locker, he wouldn't have caught me. Wow, okay. He's farming. I really want to find... totem because I know that they're... okay. I'd like to know how I'm not making any noise. He kicked it, so my progress went back a little bit, which is perfectly fine. Now, generally, a trickster is very hard to go against. But this one's farming, so... And we got the last generator done. So if I would have adrenaline right now, I would break into the sprint burst. Now, I just fast forwarded that window so he heard me. So your teammates can heal you up as well. It's a little bit faster than you would heal yourself. She already opened the exit gate. So she didn't give me enough time. This is a totem. Now with Michaela's perk, if you hit X on this totem, you'll be able to bless it, turn it into a boon totem. Me, I'm just going to cleanse it because I have a challenge, and also want to show you. To cleanse is R1, to bless is X. Oh, there's chests. He has no ed, it figures. There's chests that you can open. You get a toolbox out of this one. Most of the time, especially in Haddonfield, there are totems in the house. The door. Okay, I need to show you guys where the exit gates are. On this map, they're usually on the outskirts of the map. I'm also going to do the tutorial just so I can show you the hatch that way. So I'll play the tutorials. I'm hoping that the exit gate that she opened is the one that's over here. Yeah, it is. So, the switch to open the exit gate is right here. I'm just gonna go ahead, give him a friendly teabag, and get out. Okay. So we've escaped that. So. Now, it will not be that easy. He was not even trying to do anything, so some killers are like that and they just don't try. Other killers are sweaty and they don't give a shit. So we pipped off of that. Got some more progress. Give him a friendly thumbs up. And then I'll back out and I'll show you the tutorials, and I'll also show you some of the settings too. So go back out. I'll go to the setting. I'll do the settings first. So settings. So okay, so you want to have your Oh, okay. So these settings right here, you can change your controls. So like for your action button, for the activate ability button, you do not have to have yours on X. You can have it on any button. I'm only doing this on PlayStation, but if you're doing this on Xbox, you don't have to have A for your active ability button. You can have whatever you want. You can have X, or A, you can have fucking Y, you can have any button for this. And then same as these too. Like if you don't, for your secondary action, if you don't want it to be R1, you could do any button. You can do X, you can do triangle, you can do any button. I think it's easier to do R1, but it's just easier that way. And then for your drop item. So I have my drop item as circled. That's default on PlayStation. So it'd be B on Xbox. So you can change that too. You can change these settings. So I need the crossplay. Oh, this is new. So they have now put colorblind settings into the game, which makes it a lot easier for the killer mains. If you're having trouble seeing the scratch marks, you can change it to whatever now. Okay, so for the crossplay, mine is on. This means that you can play, it's cross-platform, so you can play with PC players, Xbox players, and PlayStation players. They can all play together now. Now, if you have this off, then that means you will only be able to play with your system players. So if you're on PC, only PC players. If you're on Xbox, Xbox players. PlayStation, PlayStation players. If it's off. If it's on, you'll be able to play with everyone. Alright, now I'm going to do the tutorials. I'm going to play the tutorials. I'm not going to play the bot tutorials just because I already know what I'm doing, and I figured that it's easier to show you in a regular match. Okay, so this says Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is an altruistic game that is played in trials. Okay, whatever. We already know what to do. So this is going to tell us just basic movement. So run. Run. Oh, stupid. Okay, so that's to run. L2 is to crouch. And then go to the window. So for this window, we'll go to it. We'll hit L1. This is how we vault. We'll hit R1 to vault. We'll run and hit R1. That's fast, a medium to fast vault. And go to generator. Okay, and we hit R1 to repair the generator. So we'll just, whoops, we need a skill check. So we'll hit R1 to hit the skill check. Okay, that's generator. And then we'll... Oh no, we stepped in a trap. So this is for the trapper in the tutorial. This just shows you the basics. Like, this shows you how to get out of the trap. So it's R1 to try to get out of the trap. He's going to break through the wall. That's a new one. They didn't have walls back when Epic Daylight first started. They didn't have breakable walls. He's going to hit me. And then he'll put me on the hook. So we can try to recover, but we're not going to be able to. And we can wiggle to try to escape his grasp. Just do this with your left analog stick. We got out. Somebody else stunned him with the pallet, so we got out. So it's not letting us walk because it's a stupid tutorial. Uh-oh. She got the trap, so... Drop the pallet down, which is R1 to drop the pallet. Bolt the pallet. He's gonna go ahead and put her on a hook. Ouch. So we're gonna run over here. And we're gonna pull her down using R1. She's gonna go hide into the locker. And yep. She's gonna hide. Now we're gonna hide. Do not fast vault into a locker when you hide. I'm just doing it because it's tutorial and it's gonna happen anyway, but he gets notified. He pulls us out and puts us on the hook. We can try to wiggle off, but we're not gonna be able to. Now, the Meg will come and get us. Off of the hook. Come on. I'll try to escape. So we can try to escape using R1. Do not do this because more than likely we're gonna fail. We're gonna heal the Meg. Heal the Meg using R1. And then it's L1 to hit the skill checks. Which I don't think it's gonna give us skill checks. It doesn't. She's gonna heal us. Now this is co-op, what I was talking about before. We're gonna both do the gen. Basic. Exit gate. So we're gonna open it, come over, open it, hit R1, hold R1 down to open the exit gate. So she escaped. So we can escape through the exit gate, or we have the option to escape throughout the hatch. We're gonna escape through the hatch just because I want to show you guys the noise. It will not always be here. It will spawn in different places throughout the map. But it'll make this noise. So hit R1 and we're out. That's the end of the the Survivor tutorial. And when you complete that, you'll get the blood points for it. And then you'll complete the Killer tutorial. Ticket generator is R1. So she fast vaulted, so we've seen that. We can also vault the window. You see that there's scratch marks. She's gonna stun us with the pallet. We can break the pallet by pressing R1. She went. Oh, he wants us to set. Whoops. He wants us to set our trap, so it's L2 to set a trap. And then we'll go and get her. She's over here. Smack! And we'll down her. Okay. Smack her with R2. That's how you do your basic attack. And then we'll put her on the hook, which is over here. Now, he can trap the hook. So somebody else is gonna come and get her. She's struggling. So she's dead. You only die on your hook fate, your third hook. Okay, so on your first hook you'll be put on there. You won't have any kind of struggle or anything like that. Here's the hatch. The killer can also close this, so that's what we're gonna do. Close the hatch. Here comes Jake.
Ah!
Steps in our trap. Oh, we gotta go and get him. We'll just smack him with our weapon. And we'll go ahead and put him on the hook. So that hook's out. So we'll put him over here. There we go. Pretty sure he's dead. Yep. So that's pretty much the tutorial for the killer. It's basics. Just chase, find, chase, down, close. Is killer. Simple. So basically, that's the gist of Dead by Daylight. It's a lot of fun. It can be really sweaty. Some people get really competitive. I'll go ahead and I'll show you all survivors. I'll go through everyone. So Dwight, Meg, Claudette, Jake, and Nia. They all come with the game, I think. And Fang. And then you got Bill, David, Lori, Detective Tap, Quentin, and Ace. You have Kate. You have Adam. You have Jeff. You have Jane. You have Yui. You have Ash. Steve and Nancy have gotten taken out of the game because they were Stranger Things licensed. Stranger Things is no longer in Dead by Daylight. The Demogorgon is gone. Hawkins map is gone. So you cannot get these two players. The only reason I have them is because Stranger Things was still in the game when I bought it, and that's why I have it. If you had the players already, they did not take them out for you. You have Zarina. You have Cheryl. You have Felix. You have Elodie. You have Michaela. You have Leon. You have Jill. And you have Yunjin. Those are all of your survivors. Killers. We have the Trapper, the Wraith, and I'll go over their abilities too. We have Trapper. His ability just basically, you do the, whoops. His ability basically is you'll do the, you know, the bear traps, lay them down, just like it shows you in the tutorial, and killer, and you can pick them up too and change their placement. And the survivors will step in them and then you down them. That's a Trapper. The Wraith, his ability, so he has a wailing bell, so when he dings it, he gets cloaked, which means he's invisible. He has no heartbeat. He's a stealth killer. So you won't know that he's there until he uncloaks. The Hillbilly, he's a chainsaw killer, kind of like Leatherface. So that's his power, just a chainsaw. The Nurse, she can teleport through like walls and stuff like that. She's hard to use. Huntress, she throws hatchets at you. She's a kind of like the Trickster, except she throws hatchets and not as fast. Michael, he's basically, if you don't know who Michael Myers is, I don't know what to tell you. He stalks people and that's how he kills you. He stabs you. The Hag, she sets down traps just like the Trapper does, and she can teleport through her traps. The Doctor has shock therapy. He pretty much makes you go insane and then he downs you. Leatherface, just like Hillbilly, the chainsaw. Freddy, if you don't know who Freddy is, he he kills you in your dreams. He can he can teleport through generators also. The Pig, she is a stealth killer. She does not have when she's crouched, she does not have a heartbeat. She puts the traps on your head, if you haven't seen Jigsaw. Bear traps on your head. The Clown, he throws bottles of like intoxication liquid at you. The Spirit, she phases and kills you. The Legion, he just runs around with a knife and stabs you and stuff like that. The Plague, she pretty much throws up on everything, throws up on you, downs you. Ghostface, same as Michael, basically stalks you and kills you. Demogorgon is no longer in the game, so I'm not gonna go over that power. The Oni, he has Blood Fury. He sucks up your blood, gets his power, and then he can down you in one hit. Oh, excuse me. Death Slinger. He has a gun with a chain on it, and he can chain you and reel you in and down you. Pyramid Head, he has a Trail of Torment, which pretty much is just red stuff, and it he can hit you with that to down you. The Blight, it pretty much bounces off of walls and stuff and then downs you. The Twins, so This is the first double killer in Dead by Daylight. I don't know why they didn't just put Chucky and Tiffany in here, like a life-size Tiffany. It would have been more interesting, but, you know, whatever. So, they're conjoined twins, a baby who didn't grow, and her, you know, her little brother. So, what happens is she can let him out, and he can, you know, chase you and down you, and then just stand next to the person that's down. He's basically a tracking device for her. So that's the twins. And then the trickster, as you've seen earlier in the game that I played earlier, he just throws the knives at you. He's a pretty interesting killer, actually. He's really cool looking. He's the most stylish killer that they have, I think. So that's the trickster. And then the nemesis, he has zombies on the map that are same as Victor. They're like tracking devices. They actually walk around the map, and they can down you and stuff like that. And then you have Pinhead, who has a box and he can summon chains. If you go ahead and solve the box, then you'll pretty much make it to where his chains won't summon. So, always do the box if you can. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Dead by Daylight, you guys. So, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.